What's up everybody, it is I, Hero Vange, and welcome back to another Pokemon Go PvP Ferocious Cup video. Today we're gonna talk about taking back the advantage after you've lost it in the lead, right? So the thing is, guessing your opponent's lead, predicting your opponent's lead isn't a sure thing, and you definitely want to have something, a backup plan, some escape plan, to give you an advantage once that happens, because losing the lead is pretty brutal, especially in very RPS type cups. Thankfully, the Ferocious Cup isn't that RPS. It's not as RPS as, let's say, Nightmare from season 1. There are some save switches, there are some energy advantage moves that you can pull off to maybe take it back, alright? But it's definitely not a sure thing, but it's nice to have these backup plans just in case. So today I've got 5 examples, 5 clips where I was able to take back the advantage and win the game after losing the lead. Now here I've got my first example. It's very team comp dependent. As you can see, I've got a hard counter up front, Lyron. The plan was to catch the Alolan Ninetales with the lead, right? Because some people, they like to lead Alolan Ninetales. I like to try to catch it with my Lyron. If I don't, if let's say it's a water type, I can swap to my safe switch, which is Skuntank. Now, the thing is, when you're looking for a safe switch for your team, you kind of want to think about it like, if I was able to give this Pokemon, let's say, right, like a couple of fast attacks, extra energy, will it be able to counter its counters, right? There's a lot of Pokemon in the cup that are like that. You can use Skuntank, you can use Linoone. I'm using Skuntank because I don't have Dust, alright? I don't have the Stardust to like make a Linoone for PvP. You can also use some people like Bibarel. Bibarel, like if you swap it in, gets a couple of water guns, it can turn around like a lot of matches, okay? Now, before we get into the battles, I know some people, because some people like message me about this, right? That you're gonna notice that my eyes are super deep, alright? And a friend of mine was actually pretty worried about my sleeping. I just woke up, alright? I just woke up, okay? I feel like my face is just like this, alright? I have deep eyeballs, eye sockets, okay? And not that big eyeballs, so you know, they kind of like seeing. I don't know. I've been drinking water, I'm not dehydrated. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Lairon versus Bibarel, Best in West. I see you. Okay, so I swap to my Skuntank because obviously that was a bad lead matchup. Interesting thing though, my opponent swaps to Ninetales. I'm like, what the frick? Okay, that's actually what I wanted to catch with my Lyron, but you know, since it's out here, I will take that shield advantage. He probably has like a higher attack, Ninetales, so he was able to take out my Skuntank. But usually, like, Skuntank can take out Ninetales straight crunch, right? But that's if you have like a decent IV Skuntank, and I do have a decent IV Skuntank, so I'm like, okay, cool. So I did take that energy advantage, but I was not able to get off the body slam. So I'm like, I don't want to give up the shield advantage. I don't feel like giving up the shield advantage to this Pokemon, because if I block, I throw a body slam, he's gonna get more energy, and so he's gonna take the energy advantage. And so yeah, I basically just took the shield advantage, took that energy from him with my Lyron, and now my Shelgon is going on a rampage, right? So yeah, I've got 2 shields. He's doing like, he's out damaging the water gun users, right? Boom, just straight Dragon Breath. Perfect. Coconut Dragon doing it. Excellent work. Very weak Bibarel. Bibarel there. Bibarel. Yes. GG. Taking back the advantage. Good fight. Alright, so that first clip was a classic realignment type situation, right? You have a bad lead, you have a safe swap, you swap in your safe swap, it gets a couple of fast attacks in energy, you power through that locked in matchup. Actually, unfortunately, I wasn't able to, because his Ninetales had like probably a little bit more attack, right? But still, I didn't give up the advantage. I took that shield advantage, right? I gave my Lairon some extra energy, which I still wasn't able to use. So basically, shield advantage all the way, and also removing like a massive threat to my big gun, main DPS type Pokemon, Shelgon, which shreds through a lot of stuff, right? So yeah, it worked out. It's a good take on how to win back the advantage when you've lost it in the lead. But this second one, all right, let me tell you about the second one. Okay, it's all about energy advantage, big energy gains, guys, huge energy gains, all right? Because sometimes you don't really have your team set up like that, right? Sometimes you don't have like a safe swap, you don't want to mess around with like the realignment type situation, right? But you always want to look for moments where you can load up your Pokemon and just blow through the rest of your opponent's team, which is definitely gonna give you like a massive advantage, and some Pokemon can definitely do it. B-Barrel, best in best I see you, okay, is one of those Pokemon, alright? So let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with B-Barrel versus Minun. Horrible first matchup, okay? Now I'm gonna swap to Alolan Ninetales. This is generally something that you don't want to do. This is because of his team comp, right? This is because of his team comp, okay? So yeah, he swaps in his Alolan Ninetales, and I'm like, okay, this is good for my Shelgon. This is great, okay? I throw the Psyshock because I had a couple of fast attacks in advantage, right? Energy advantage. He throws the Psyshock. I'm like, no, I'm gonna lose if I block either way, so let me take that shield advantage. And right there, I took that opportunity, right, to charge up my B-Barrel with at least like one whole charge attack in energy. Almost one whole charge attack. He swaps in Linoon. And I'm like, well, dang, why? I was ready to fight off that Minun, you know, straight up Hyper Fang it to the ground and then use my shields to delete it. But, I mean, this works out too. But because I had so much energy, you see, like, because he didn't block, I just blew through that thing. And, you know, if I really wanted to, I could actually fight through this Minun. But, you know, the smarter thing to do is just swap to my Shelgon and, like, Dragon Breath it down, right? That's a smarter thing to do. Much smarter. GG! Alright, so we've gone through the classic realignment situation where you have like a safe swap just in case your hard counter up front is countered, right? So that you can align your hard counter to your opponent's, well, the Pokemon that you're targeting, basically, right? We also went through looking for moments where you can load up your Pokemon and just blow through the rest of the team, like we just saw with the B-Barrel. B-Barrel. Now, this one right here, this is all about doubling up. Now, if you want to have like a team comp that is a lot safer, right? Doubling up is the much safer way to like take back the lead if you're anticipating that you are gonna get out predicted in the lead position, right? So yes, this is the classic double water gunner strategy that people have been talking about all over on YouTube. Now, some people like to use Nidoqueen as the bodyguard, right, for the two waters, right, for electric type situations. But the thing is, people haven't been using, I think that electric types have started to trend down because people have started to realize that, oh, it's kind of like another hole on my team, right, type of thing. So I'm using Alolan Ninetales, which is, I think, more well-rounded, right? Doesn't really fall to the electrics except for Pachirisu, I think, and also isn't weak to water like Nidoqueen is. Okay, so yeah, doubling up. Let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Vaporeon versus Ninetales. That's a bad lead matchup. It's not as bad as the other ones that we've seen, but it is bad if my opponent has that 137, 138 Ninetales. He swapped immediately on my swap to his electric type, and this is bad, right? This is bad, but the thing is, guys, electric types in the Ferocious Cup. You had one job, man. You had one job, bro. So he pulls up his Alolan Ninetales. I'm gonna get off a couple of surfs. I take one shield, which is nice. Alright, we're even shields. This is great. Not looking too bad. Realign to my Alolan Ninetales. Looking pretty healthy. I'm gonna take this. I'm not gonna give that last shield away because I don't know what's in the back. Ooh. Nidoqueen. Okay, so this is looking really nice. I'm gonna take out this Nidoqueen. Throws a Stone Edge, actually. Interesting, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take out this Nidoqueen. I'm gonna get to the Ninetales, get more chip damage, and maybe take it out. Or, you know, I still have my Ninetales in the back to take out his Ninetales, which is probably gonna take some damage from my Vaporeon. Alright, so he pulls out the Ninetales. I actually get to the Aqua Tail, and yeah, doubling up. Very, very strong strategy. GG. Now, before we move on to the next match, I just want you to know that doubling up doesn't really mean double water gunner every single time, right? There's actually a lot of stuff that you can double up on in the Ferocious Cup. You just have to have the right synergy with the bodyguard, right? Figure that out. If you can find like a bodyguard double Pokemon synergy that synergizes really well, you'll have like the same effect, okay? Alright, so we've gone through so many strategies already, right? 3 strategies. The first one was the classic realignment with the safe switch. The next one, looking for opportunities to get massive energy gains and then just blowing through your opponent's team. We've also gone through doubling up. Now this one, it looks a lot like I'm doubling up once again, like double water strategy, except this time with Suicune. Actually, no, this is kind of like a setup for Suicune to kind of like cripple the team with bubble beams. The thing is, Suicune is very, very difficult to understand. I honestly still haven't memorized, like mastered it, because it's a 50-50 type situation for me. Like some nights I play it, it's great. Other nights, it's complete garbage and I just want to recite, like transfer it, but then I already used the charge TM on it. I already used the dust, so I'm like, and as you can see, like the PvP IVs are pretty bad. So I don't know. Do I want to make another? I don't know. I'm going through things, okay? But Suicune, if you can master it, trust, will give you the advantage if you lose it in the lead. Alright, so let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Vaporeon versus Alola Ninetales once again. Bad lead matchup. Okay, I'm gonna swap immediately to my Suicune, and I think my opponent got caught off guard here, but that gave me enough time to get off a Bubble Beam, which is fantastic, right? That'll cripple that Alola Ninetales. Okay, he pulls up Nidoqueen, so I'm like, ooh. Is the last Pokemon something that is also weak to water, or is it something that he just doesn't wanna, you know, get Bubble Beam down? So I use up a shield, alright? And here I'm faking that I'm going for a Hydro Pump, right? That's kind of like, I wanted to get back that shield, but still debuff this thing as much as possible so that when my Vaporeon comes in, I'm looking for like another opportunity to get like massive energy gains, right? Do you see I tried to swap? I tried to swap because I thought that with that HP, I could probably throw another Bubble Beam at the third Pokemon, which would completely cripple his team, right? And yeah, his last Pokemon is Suicune, right? So my Vaporeon was aligned to his Nidoqueen, and I was starting to like build up that energy, but yeah, he decided to swap, so giving me the realign, which is nice. This is actually okay. So I decided to block there. I caught the Hydro Pump, which is fantastic. Alright, my Ninetales honestly doesn't matter anymore, but I'm gonna like use it as much as like I can, because Bubble Beam, I feel like everybody feels the same way, right? Once you get Bubble Beamed a certain amount, you're like, I don't care about this Pokemon anymore. Okay, so he pulls up his Ninetales. I tried to get up that Psyshock, it didn't work. It's nice that I was able to Bubble Beam this thing earlier, because I felt like he felt that this Ninetales was complete trash, and it actually is. Like, did you see the damage the Charm was doing? Inadequate, right? Definitely inadequate, but it's nice that he didn't block, right? It's nice that he didn't block, which, this is just great, okay? Worked out! Suicune, figure it out. If you can spread Bubble Beam all over your opponent, right? All over your opponent's team, like 2 times on this Pokemon, 2 times on this Pokemon, and then maybe 1 time on this other Pokemon, right? That will severely cripple your opponent's team, and then you can start to look for like other advantages, like massive energy gains, maybe a shield advantage, just, you know, stopping things like that. But it's difficult. I still haven't found the best Suicune setup, and I'm honestly like still trying to look for it, okay? I've been, you know, going back and forth with it, so if you can figure it out, I feel like it's gonna give you high gains, but I don't know. If I don't figure it out before, maybe like 5 days before my tournament, I'm dropping Suicune completely, okay? Alright, so we've gone through the strats, we've gone through classic safe switching, we've gone through massive energy gain opportunities, friggin' doubling up in your team comp, and also Suicune Bubble Beam spam. Alright, I almost forgot, you know, one of them, okay? But yes, now let's see like some hybrid gameplay. Let's see kind of like a mix of all these things, and also how to deny your opponent of these advantages. Alright, so yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, so we start the match off with Lyron versus Suicune. Bad lead matchup. The thing is, I have double anti-water in the back. I swap to my Shelgon just in case he has a Alola Ninetales. If it swaps in, I can throw the flamethrower, maybe get a shield, or it takes massive damage, right? So yeah, but he doesn't swap. Okay, so interesting. I'm like, okay, you don't have a Ninetales. He hit me with 1 Bubble Beam. I'm like, alright, cool. Alright, he pops up with a B-Barrel. I'm just straight spamming. He blocked that first Twister, which is, you know, good, fantastic, amazing. I'm not gonna give back that shield. You can keep it. You can keep that energy gain. I'm okay with this because I have Umbreon. Now this right here is a fantastic opportunity to like farm down, right? Just get massive energy gains, right? But I didn't do it because I wasn't thinking at that time. So, but you should do it. Like if ever you're there, you just, you know, pop, 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 and then throw foul plays at this Suicune, okay? So yes, now he's gonna go bubble beam spam, alright? I'm counting 3. He throws again. That's a bubble beam, right? He threw a bubble beam, I counted 3. Bubble beam again, okay? I throw the foul play. I'm gonna get to actually like another foul play before he throws 3. Maybe that was a CMP tie. I feel like maybe that was a CMP tie, or maybe he was gonna go for the hydro pump. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, he pulls up Nidoqueen, and I'm thinking this is actually bad. But what I do is I deny his energy farming by swapping right away. And since I had the shield advantage, and since I have the speed advantage in this case because I can throw body slams faster than he can throw his earth powers, I can spam this thing down, right? So yeah, that's gonna be a GG, okay? So yeah, try to deny your opponent of that energy because that can really mess you up at the end. You know, you have all these advantages and suddenly you don't deny it. GG. Okay, so that's 5 clips where I lose the lead matchup, but I still managed to pull off a win. Okay, so it is possible, right? Don't freak out whenever you lose the lead matchup. Don't you know, just give up. Okay, look for those opportunities, look for those holes, right? Look for those chances. Try to find ways to deny your opponent of certain advantages, and you might be able to pull it off, right? So it's definitely doable. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Remember to leave a like, comment down below if you're using Suicune on your final team, right? Just comment below. I want to know. Do you got some strats you want to share with me? Maybe hit me up on Twitter with the strats, okay? Because I want to figure it out as well. All right, now before we go, I just want to throw you over to this video right here, which is the Ferocious in the 6. They uploaded the entire live stream. So, you know, just skip around, look for the battles, okay? Look for the strats, right? Okay, try to see how people are playing, and yeah, it's definitely a must watch. I really wish they had timestamps, right? But they're actually uploading the single battles slowly, okay? So yeah, you can wait for it, but I really think that you should watch it right now. And yeah, send them my love, you know, leave a like, maybe subscribe to their channel. They're doing some fantastic stuff for PvP. Subscribe if you haven't yet, ding that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys!